So if there really is a pill that could help curb binge drinking and it's actually a decades old medicine, why don't more people know about it? By the way, this article is talking about the medication Naltrexone, and it does address a few points as to why this treatment is not more well known, even though it's been around for decades. So, talks about how Naltrexone and other approved medications for alcoholism are vastly underutilized. Katie Wickowitz also points out that this drug's patent has expired, so it's really cheap. It's a generic medicine, but there's no money to be made in the pharmaceutical company from marketing it, so there's no campaigns about this medication from pharmaceutical companies because it's generic. And it says down here, for some reason, with alcohol use disorder treatment, fewer than 1 in 10 people with an alcohol use disorder receive any treatment, and less than 2% of those individuals said that they have been offered medication. I personally struggled with my drinking for 10 years, and I was constantly looking for an answer and a solution, and I did not learn about medication until 10 years into my addiction. This is just a prime example of something that I see happen all the time, where Dr. Wickowitz said that 2 months ago she was supervising a patient she thought would benefit from naltrexone, but she said that the patient's primary care doctor mistakenly believed that the prescribing medication required additional training in addiction medicine and refused to write the prescription. There's a real gap in the medical community. So I first learned about naltrexone in 2017, and at the time I reached out to 5 different doctors in my area and they all refused a prescription. It was so discouraging because that was the first time I was talking to a medical professional about my drinking problem, and I felt so judged and just shamed for my problem. And 7 years later, this is still happening today. I get messages all of the time from people who go to their doctor, and the doctor mistakenly believes they can't prescribe it or they don't feel comfortable prescribing it, and so they refuse a prescription. This is partly why I'm just a huge advocate for this treatment, because it changed my life and more people need to know about it. And thankfully, more and more doctors are becoming aware of this treatment. For example, here in the United States, there are doctors specifically that we work with in our program that can provide a prescription consultation in all 50 states. That has changed a lot in the last several years, even from when I first started on the medication treatment back in 2017. But I hope this information is helpful for you. If you are drinking too much, know that there are alternative treatments out there that can actually help you reduce your drinking without having to call yourself an alcoholic or quit drinking forever, really helping you establish your personal goals around what you want your drinking to look like. I would say most of the people we work with here at Thrive have a goal to reduce their drinking and moderate their drinking and get to a place where they just feel like they have their control back over alcohol, yet they're not having to abstain for the rest of their lives. So hope this info is helpful. You guys can learn more about this treatment with my other videos or the link in my profile. Bye for now.